1 minute I've remembered. It's ticketing. And I did talk to Buzzard about ticketing. The Winlock people could write the ticket, put their OIC number, or what is, there's a number, ORI number, in which case it would cost it to go there. He said, technically, you're kind of in breach of the contract, but they're the ones handing out the tickets. You have a situation going on. There's a good reason. And while we're at it, you all need to get out of the county. The prices have gone nuts. We have to give 90 days notice. That means by the end of September, we would have to decide. So if Winlock is going well, maybe it's something for us to talk about in the next 2 months is transitioning there for our services, or anywhere, honestly. But
So they can write our ticket if they are.
so they can write a ticket
And it'll go to them.
it'll go to them. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. I would love to see if we had something sent out that was a little agenda or,
We didn't.
no, okay, so this isn't gonna help me out at all. It's not helping me through the process. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Doing it
We're gonna post it as soon as possible.
as soon as it's done. And we're gonna use liberally whatever we can find to make one. Kathy, were you gone for that?
I lost my feed for you fine people, but now you're
Sure.
back.
Yeah, okay, you're back. Do you want to read the motion?
So the motion was
She has no
Oh,
mic.
you have the mic. The motion was to create a job posting for chief of police. And then we talked about it, that posting would be live for 3 weeks before we would bring it down and stop accepting applications.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Let's vote on it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, now I'll make a motion that we set the salary for the chief position at $75,000 annually, plus the standard benefits.
I'll second that.
It's been moved in second. Any more discussion? Is that without overtime?
Sorry, yes, I'll amend that's without overtime
Or comp time?
or comp time. That's a salary position. It's an expectation of 50 hours, but I don't know that we're writing that in or not. I guess we would need to discuss that.
Be in our posting, I would think, in our agreement.
Because you're asking the Winlock temporaries for 80 hours.
That's just the number of man hours they have between their two officers a week. So we have to pay for all of their on the 24 hour or $24 per their on time or their.
So are you amending that by putting in the 50?
Sure, I'll amend the motion that I guess that goes in the job posting, but that the salary of $75,000 is assuming no comp time, no overtime. Just a standard vacation package.
Any other discussion?
Or do we need a second for that?
Oh, yes. we
She did second it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I did.
amended an amendment.
Oh,
I just-
for the amendment, I'll second that also then.
So we're voting on the amendment
The whole thing,
or the
yeah,
whole package?
it's packaged.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then finally, I would make a motion that we contract with the city of Winlock for police coverage during the period that we are attempting to get Dwayne onboarded as a temporary, oh, I'm sorry, we haven't gotten there yet, have we?
No.
Uh,
we'll do that
I need to do that first. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm canceling all that. No motion. I'm making a motion that we contract with Dwayne Lawrence as chief of police while we are looking,
Interim?
as an interim chief of police while we're looking.
And what will he be paid?
Well, I will second that. Then I guess we can talk about it.
Okay.
right? Is that right?
Motion's been made and seconded. Any other questions?
Your question.
What would he be paid?
What would it be? I would think we would just base it off the salary that we would pay anyway, but I mean, does anybody else have a, I mean,
I
I
don't know
would-
why we would pay him less.
Yeah.
We're asking the same.
So I'm assuming that we are going to need a month since it's 3 weeks of a
Oh.
posting and then interview period.
maybe even, yeah,
Maybe we should do it weekly in case it's longer. So once the interviews happen, whoever we bring on board, if they qualify, we'd be able to start immediately pending or contingent that they get their psych poly. And it's on us to get them scheduled and do it. So I can see that we probably need them for at least 4 weeks, but it could be 5,
Could be
6.
6.
So maybe we do.
It could be up to 2 months.
So I have a
depending on
question.
all the-
Wait,
Yeah.
we have a point of interest. So the
Sorry.
first question I asked was, what is the amount of money you're gonna pay? I don't know what the salary is. I don't know what that figures out to be up there on top. But I just asked for a number.
Then the number would be the 75. Where did it go?
75,000
75,000
annual.
annual.
75,000 not off our old one, it's off the new one. Correct?
Yes.
Yes,
So we're going by the new one
Yes.
now?
Mhm.
Everything's on the new one, so what percentage is he gonna be paid? Of that 75,000 and that's for the whole month?
Yes, we would just pay him.
Pay him $75,000 for the whole month.
no.
That's,
A
that's,
prorated percentage of that.
Yes.
So
What's his monthly salary? I see annual salary.
6250.
I don't see that.
It's right below the 75,000. It says salary monthly.
6250?
Yes,
Okay, I now see it. So that's what we'll be paying him monthly.
Mhm.
With no overtime
with no overtime.
or comp time,
Correct.
okay? So is that your motion?
That's my motion.
Okay.
I guess, do I need to amend it, I'm assuming? Or is that just a detail of the motion?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
You okay? Any more discussion? Devin, could you read that motion back, please?
To contract Dwayne as an interim chief of police while we look for a police chief.
And the salary was in there?
Salary wasn't in his motion. That was a question.
Is that a detail of or do you need that?
Was that before, though? Wasn't that before?
No, he did his motion, Shelley seconded it, and then the mayor asked about that in the discussion part.
Okay.
So we don't need to put the salary in there, okay? That's okay with everybody? Anyway, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Shelley, do you want to do the last one?
So the last one, I guess, is the Winlock, contracting with Winlock for temporary support services, right? Is that what's left? That's what's left on my list. So I will make the motion that we agree to, contract with Winlock for our temporary support services. And that's all I'm gonna say, because the rest will be in discussion.
I second it.
Moved and seconded. Is there any other discussion?
So just to confirm now that we're we're out of the work group, their fee is, they have 2 officers, providing 80 hours a week, all in, not to us 80 hours, but just they're on duty 80 hours. We agree to pay them $24 for each of those 8 hours, which is $1,920 a week. If they get called out on off hours, it's a minimum 2 hours at time and a half, which is $36 an hour. So we would be paying them $1,920 a month. Plus any 911 calls.
So I have a question about that. If they're already over here. So it would be sort of like a double deal. If they're already over here, for example, and they're doing whatever, and then they get a 911 call, we're paying a call out and we're paying the fee. Just to
I think
clarify.
we should,
Yes.
I think that'll probably get tough. Yeah, I think that needs to get written into whatever Buzzard writes up.
Okay.
And they have contacted the lawyer, our joint lawyer to do that
Okay. Thank
already.
you.
They did that yesterday.
So if they're working 80 hours a week, how many hours are gonna be here in Toledo?
Depends on how many calls they get.
They're gonna come over here and do drive-bys. So
Yeah.
we get, just like Napa Vine was gonna be, there's not a promise of a specific number of hours, but their chief was very clear that it'll be very apparent that you have police coverage. I mean, you know, based on this price, they're not doing this for the money. They're doing this to take care of us because they think that, you know, a strong neighbor is a good neighbor. So.
And that really is just until we get an intermittent chief in a car and on the road, and then the rest of the time they will cover the call outs, is my understanding, for the left, like the time off days, the 8 days a month or whatever it is.
Mhm.
Happens to be that.
They would not, while we had an intern chief, or they would not respond to a call out then?
They would.
I think that we need to discuss
If
that.
he were having time off, that was my
No,
understanding.
no, I understand this time off,
Oh.
8 days, I understand that.
They
I'm
would have
just saying,
needed help.
if he was here working.
Uh-huh.
And a 911 call and our chief responded to it, would Winlock still come over and respond?
If he needed help,
Well, it's up to his discretion, I guess. I
right?
don't know.
That would be the same sort of code of conduct or whatever they call it that they have, where they support each other when, you know, they need help, but otherwise he would be responding. I mean, no different than when we have a call and, you know,
That's a good question.
So
But-
if he called for help, is that a call out? Is that a 2-hour call out?
well, that we would have to clarify.
I
Yeah,
think we should
Yeah.
clarify that.
because I wouldn't want to get stuck for a 2-hour call out when it's not really, maybe not that important, but yeah, he did ask for help.
Right. My understanding was that was just on the time off time. It wasn't
Yeah,
when he was
8
working,
hours.
but clarifying.
Or
it
8
would be-
days, 8
Yeah.
days call out. Yes,
Yeah.
I understand it because he wouldn't be on board.
And I think those things will be discussed once we have, they wanted to wait until we have a chief in place to discuss the relationship
Hmm.
after, because it'll kind of be up to him to work that out with them as to what he wants and how to best protect us. So what I was mostly interested in is that they are willing to do this as a long-term thing. You know, the short-term thing is, while we have nobody, they'll help us. And the long-term is they are interested in talking to us about supporting us in this period, because they know we can't afford 2 police officers.
Well, I called Rob Snaza and told him that we need this one more day. And then he can pull the plug because we might have somebody here on call to answer our 911 calls, but now it doesn't seem like that's true.
We do as soon, they wanted to have us vote and approve it, and then we'll secure this all up tomorrow, and then we have coverage.
So who's gonna call Rob? Tell him we still need his coverage. Well, I canceled it.
Well, I guess, well, that's well,
Really technically can't cancel it because they have to,
Have to respond?
yeah, they have to respond. to the
Yes.
sheriff's office, so.
Okay,
It's not until Napa or until Winlock actually,
that's what I'm
Lets
getting
the
at. When
dispatch
they're gonna
know.
come in here and show themselves, and then Rob can back out and get out of here.
and Winlock needs to contact dispatch and say we're officially the
Yeah, if they're allowed.
the responder for
Yes.
Toledo.
Their case number.
Take our calls.
Yeah.
Okay, could you read the motion back one more time, please?
Contracting with Willock for temporary support services.
Is there any more discussion? Kathy, you okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, let's vote on it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Anything else?
Nope.
Anybody got anything else?
I had something before we started the meeting. And it went away.
I hate it when that happens. Then we'll make a motion to adjourn.
Kathy doesn't have anything else.
I make a motion that this meeting is adjourned.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Meeting's adjourned.
Awesome.